Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So it is officially the new year 2023. I am actually getting quite good at remembering that we're in a new year. I am so bad with like dates and years. I always get confused. I write it wrong in captions and I've done it so many times, but like 2023, I think I've written it wrong once so far, which is actually a really big achievement for me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your New Year celebrations, whatever you did. We are a few days into 2023, and as I do myself personally, and I like to share this with you guys, but we are going to be goal setting and talking about my goals for this year in today's video. So I did write down my goals in this little journal that I use quite a lot at the moment. I'm kind of trialing something new this year. I don't know if it works. I haven't trialed and tested it, we could say, but I have 3 stages to my goal setting process this year. I just think that often we forget about like making these goals actionable and putting plans in place to actually achieve them, and that's why we can often like fail, I'm gonna say, like as in we don't achieve that goal, or we don't at least make any progress towards it because we simply write down what we want to achieve, but we don't create that little bridge across the water so that we actually get to the other side of the river like we want to actually achieve the goal. And whether you do that this year or not, it doesn't matter, but I think at least having a plan in place is good, and we often forget that, is what I'm saying. You can take inspiration or whatever you want to from this video. I hope you guys enjoy it as usual. I am, yes, holding my pen because I don't know if we are going to be writing, but anyway, definitely like this video if you do enjoy it. Comment down below if you have any particular goals you'd like to share to like maybe give other people some ideas. I don't know, obviously please be your own self and set your own individual goals, but you know, we can always share stuff in the comments. And if you want to stick around for the new year 2023, definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I upload. But yeah, we're gonna talk about what I have set for myself this year, right? My 2023 goals. The first thing I kind of want to just address briefly, a little side note. On my birthday this year, well no actually sorry, last year, when I turned 25, the video is called A Quarter Life Crisis. I just wanted to share my thoughts on that day, like turning 25. And as I said in that video, I didn't think it was accurate to say I'm having a quarter life crisis. Like it was pretty much the complete opposite, but I got you guys to suggest some other words, and some of those that you suggested and those I really liked were like quarter life celebration or ceremony, but I think my favorite was quarter life contentment. Okay, I really like that, being just content with like who I am, where I am in life, what I'm doing, just being satisfied, content, you know, happy. If you remember from last year in 2022, I kind of set myself this keyword for the year and I really loved doing that. And you know, 2022 for me was such a good year. I'm kind of worried, not worried, but I'm like, is 2023 going to be even better? Because just so much happened last year and I experienced a lot of changes and I really grew in myself, and I wanted adventures. That was my keyword, like adventure. I don't want to use the same word. I mean, I could, because I loved that. I just feel like having that one word in my head from the start of the year, from the get-go, really helped like set things in motion, and I was really able to focus on what I wanted in my year or what I wanted to get out of it. So I feel like I'm going to do the same this year. And as I said, I don't know whether to use the word contentment or like our word I could say on this channel, but I did have some other ideas. I like wrote down quite a few different words. One of them that I quite liked was freedom for this year, but I just don't know whether that's going to be interpreted wrongly because I have a very specific interpretation. Experiences is very similar to adventures. Well, maybe not actually. Independence would definitely be fitting. I also wrote down fulfillment, gratitude, change, love, movement, explore, growth as well. But I feel like growth is, I don't know, like it's a bit too obvious for me. If any of those stick out to you or you like one, please like tell me down below. But I feel like I'm either going to go with contentment or independence for this year, or experiences. I really do like experiences still. I'm basically just undecided at this point. Maybe I should put lots of different words, but I just kind of like to have one. Otherwise, again, it's a bit too maybe overwhelming. And if you have just like one word, you kind of focus on that and you put like all of your energy that year into creating whatever that looks like to you. So last year was adventures, and not even just like traveling, but just adventures in general. So that is the first thing, the word of the year. I would honestly recommend you creating your own word for the year. But yeah, my goals, so they're kind of grouped actually in 2 different sections. So I'm going to start with those all related to like my physical health and fitness goals, because you guys know I love running. I have two in particular, and the first is to run more races. So I did 2 last year. I did my 10k race in Berlin, and then I did a London Marathon again for the second time. But like, I just want to do at least more than 2 races. If I do more than 2 races this year, I've achieved that goal. Sometimes being quite specific or putting a number on a goal can help. I'd like to branch into trail running, as I've said before. Hopefully I will be able to put these shoes to use this year. I need some more road running shoes, and I am actually injured and out of running at the moment. But these are my brand new Hoka trail shoes. I'm so excited to use them. They're honestly beautiful. Like, these things, they are honestly just stunning. Like, look at the colors. I saw them in the shop and I was like, I love those. I'm just gonna say I'd love to run an ultra marathon this year, like even a 50k race, which is only 10k, no, 8k more than a marathon. If I can do that this year, I will be so happy. So maybe I should just say it. Maybe I should just say run at least 3 races, I'll say, and one of those has to be an ultra marathon. I'm just saying it, I'm throwing it out there, okay? But that's the first of those 2, and the second is I wrote down to tone my body but keep my period. I don't normally set like aesthetic goals, and what I'm really kind of saying here is just that I want to build a bit more muscle, focusing on like all of my body, upper body, lower body, the whole body, you know, the full thing. But I would like to do that and obviously keep running as well and maintain a regular and healthy period, because to me right now and going forwards for the rest of my life, I want to have a regular and healthy cycle. So those are the first 2, and then the next section is basically all to do with kind of like mindfulness, we're gonna say. Yeah, I think mindfulness. So I have like 3 in this category, I believe. Where's the third one? The first one is to journal. Now, I have been journaling really quite a lot recently. Well, not a lot, but I've just been doing it when I feel like I want to journal and when I want to like express how I feel. In this book, actually, I don't do it in my bullet journal. My bullet journal has very much become my journal for my weekly planning at this point, and I'm like such a perfectionist with that one. I often spend so much time trying to make it look perfect, when in reality journaling is just about getting down your thoughts. I like doing it in the evenings actually. Normally I just find myself lying down on my yoga mat and just writing things, and it's actually so nice, for example, to even read some of my journals from earlier this year, to just like see the progress I've made and to see how my like emotions and thoughts have changed. But yeah, journaling, I want to have a journal with me like all the time so I can just write stuff down. Now the second of these 2 is I literally wrote down to chill. I wrote chill, Holly, with a smiley face. Okay, I need to take more time or prioritize my chill time, my downtime, because I think something that I was reminded of, especially over this last Christmas period and over New Year, like I was taking more time to just like say sit down with mum and watch something on Netflix, or we were playing Hangman, for example, over New Year's. When I'm not so in my head and like working all the time, and I do just breathe for a bit, it creates this positive energy around me, and I just feel like nicer on myself. I think I am a nice person towards others. I'm not as like uptight and rigid about certain things being done all the time, and at certain times, you know, I end up laughing, and it's good for you, okay? You need to laugh more, you need to chill more. So I am prioritizing my chill time, hopefully just like taking the breaks that I need. The third one of these is then to rekindle love for my alone time, but also let myself be free to love others. Now I feel like I really set this ball in motion at the end of last year, and with a lot of these goals, as I kind of talked about in the whole of Vlogmas and holidays this year, I wanted to like get myself ready for the new year. So I was kind of talking about that throughout holidays if you watch those videos. But yeah, at the end of last year when I went to like Switzerland and stuff, I just needed a bit of a reset, and I just needed to remind myself that I am very much okay in my own company. I love spending quality time with myself, for example, but at the same time I want to, you know, just as I said, allow myself to like love others. My video that I recently posted about like relationships and what I've learned is a really nice kind of summary of this. But yeah, I just want to express love for others, be loved, I guess, myself by others. So have that nice balance between my alone time, but also just not being afraid to open up a bit and let myself be a bit more vulnerable when it comes to love, I guess. As I've spoken about with like romantic love in that video, like it really has brought me out of my shell. It's just allowed me to experience another part of life that I've always known was there, but I've been scared to like go through that door. But now I'm kind of there. I feel really good about it. My number 3 is then all to do with traveling. So I think I only have one number 3. Is there one number 3? The only one in this category is like probably the most ambitious goal out of all of these, but this goal wasn't actually one that I made up myself. If you watched my birthday vlog from last year when I turned 25, basically my sister wrote in my birthday card, will you be able to travel to 25 countries this year? Don't put that idea in my head, dude. That like flicked a switch in my head. Okay, I read that and I was like, oh my god, like that is such a good idea and such a fun goal. Now it's very ambitious. I feel like there are 2 options here. The easier one is to say that by the end of my 25th year, so that gives me until the 15th of December, not even the end of this year, I would have liked to have traveled to 25 countries in my whole life, so I could count those I've already been to, but I feel like that's kind of cheating. And the alternative and harder option is to obviously visit 25 new countries this year in my 25th year, right? I don't know if you have any thoughts, feel free to chip in, but I would love to visit 25 different countries this year, and it's very ambitious. Like, I would have to do a lot of planning. I don't want to say definitely, but it could theoretically work. The other kind of goal related to travel is something I'm saving and I'm not talking about yet. It will come very, very soon. Time is going to honestly fly in January. Like, I was hoping that this month would be not too stressful, but I feel like it is going to be very busy and lots going on because I need to get a lot of stuff done by a certain date. I need a scratch map. I really want a scratch map actually, but yeah, I just like, how honestly cool would that be? Like 25 countries. But yeah, the 4th category then for my goals, they're all kind of like related to what I do as it were in life, like my businesses, my online content. I'm just gonna read them out basically. So the first is to do with Holygemia, which is my online tutoring business. I feel like I've said something like this before. I'm just going to say it again, but I've written to strategically plan to expand Holygemia, just grow my online tutoring business, like reach more students, get more people coming to us so we can help them, and in turn I will probably have to recruit more tutors onto my team and expand in that way. But I would just love to see Holygemia go another step further, sort of thing. Holygemia is not just biology, but then I obviously have my second YouTube channel, by Holy G. I want to post regularly on that channel. I did lose consistency at the end of last year, and I really want to find a regular routine and just post videos on that channel. They take a lot of time. I need to find a routine and a rhythm so I can, you know, be consistent on that channel. And then on this channel, basically, I wrote down to grow my social media channels. So that is all to do with like Holy Gabrielle, we could say, on my Instagram and TikTok. But I want to find my feet kind of thing and really theme a lot of my content around stuff like travel, biology, mental health, and like self-growth and productivity. So I want to just find myself at that intersection, and I really feel like with what's going to happen this year and my big new chapter and stuff that I'm embarking on, I will really hopefully find myself in that position just like naturally. But yeah, I do just want to keep like challenging myself creatively to, you know, make really fun videos and obviously keep the diversity but have those themes within my videos. I have said to outsource, and I tried to do this, or at least start last year. I know it didn't go entirely to plan, so I was looking for someone to help me with editing my videos, and I was faced with a lot of like logistical issues and stuff just wasn't quite right, I felt. So I put it on pause for now, and I might have to just like rethink things. But yeah, I kind of do want to outsource in some way. I'm not sure what that's going to look like right now. The final 2 then are to continue sharing like my digital products, so whether that's my travel itineraries or like my study notes, which I have on my website. Started that, and obviously I just want to keep going with it. Like, I don't want to let it just fade. And the last one is also really, really exciting, but I've written down to make Nana epic and successful. So Nana, if you didn't know, is my sister and I's like online clothing business, and we haven't done anything in a while, partly because of the pandemic and everything, and we were hoping to release something before Christmas, but honestly, we had a lot of delays again. And with this next release, we are hoping to bring out quite a lot of stuff. So not just like 1 or 2 products, but a whole collection, I'm gonna say. And so we are currently working on that. And I just would love for Em and I to, yeah, just make it really successful and epic, obviously. But yeah, that's just a little update with Nana and stuff as well. So definitely look out for stuff like that. We have our Instagram page, and the thing we did last year with Nana was we created its own website. So yeah, I will leave a link to that down below as well if you haven't seen it yet. Honestly, Em was like the one who did that, so all credit goes to her. So those are like all of my main goals that I wrote down and wanted to share with you guys. But as I said, I kind of have this idea in mind as to how I can try and take those goals from just being a goal on a piece of paper in front of me to something that is actionable. So the second stage of this goal setting process, we could say, I as well honestly just love a pen and paper or a notepad and a pen. Yes, you can obviously do this online, and I had fun doing it on Notion last year, but I think I'll always be someone who loves just pen and paper. I don't know why. I kind of tried to split my goals according to like 3 parameters. Sorry, we're getting quite technical here when it's really just goal setting. I kind of rated them in terms of difficulty first of all. So is it going to be easy, medium, or hard? I then said, is it going to be a short-term goal? So something I can achieve, you know, in a few days or weeks, maybe 1 to 2 months? Or is it a longer term goal? It's going to take me longer to achieve. And then the third thing I did was to say whether that goal was like a practical goal, something I had to physically do, or is it more so related to like mindset and mindfulness? In terms of running more races, I said that was medium difficulty. It's kind of long term, and I said it was practical. Chill was like an easy goal. Technically, I should be able to chill very easily, right? But easy is a long term goal because, you know, it's an ongoing kind of thing, and it's mindful. Just as another example, I put like grow my channels and biology in like long term is quite hard, I think, and it's practical. So yeah, that's what I kind of did first of all. I don't know, I just thought that was a nice way to visualize them and assess, you know, what I was kind of faced with this year. And the third stage, which I haven't currently done, is to basically create like a timeline. And it doesn't have to be a very, very detailed plan. I saw a TikTok the other day that kind of did this on a month by month basis. So it said, you know, which goals do you want to achieve by the end of each month this year? And so you could create a timeline in that sense. But you could also maybe do it every week. So in my bullet journal where I weekly plan, I have a section at the bottom that's to do with goals. And so I could use that to really, you know, be strategic in how I achieve these goals. I write down specifically the progress I'm going to make towards, you know, some of these goals, so I can see it every single week and be reminded of that. And even though it's not like a specific thing I have to tick off on a to-do list, but I have some sort of plan. And I think goal setting is really fun and fulfilling. And obviously you don't have to do this at the start of a year. It's just like a good excuse, we could say. So this is just a reminder, I guess, to, you know, set goals whenever you want to, whenever you feel it's necessary. So yeah, I hope this video has been fun to watch, and I hope it's been kind of useful. If you do try this approach, then definitely let me know how you kind of get along, and I will also keep you guys updated as well. As I said at the start, feel free to share your goals, and I hope that this year is going to be amazing for all of us. It has been a very dull start to 2023, I'm not going to lie. In the UK, the weather hasn't been too great, but I do have high hopes for this year. Based on last year, I want 2023 to be even better, and I'm sure it can be, but obviously we do just need to acknowledge that we are always going to have ups and downs. That's okay and that's normal, and you should expect to experience some of those this year. Like, life can be so turbulent and you never know what is around the corner. I will leave it at that, I think, for this video. Definitely like, as I said at the start, if you did enjoy it, comment down below, subscribe if you want to, and hit the bell so you know when I upload. And yeah, as always, I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye! I seriously can't promise this will be the last time you see me in Emily's shirt. Like, I'm back in the shirt because I'm kind of obsessed with the shirt. Anyway, just trying to show the fact that I have ears. That's too flat. I've literally sat here for about 5 minutes and I'm still annoyed with my hair. I have achy arms. Still not happy with my hair. Do you see that issue? Like, does anyone else see the issue that I'm seeing, or is it just me? But this is the first. No, it's not the first, actually. One sec. How many times do I want to do an intro? That's not right. Is it 365 years? Can't speak. Obviously I don't ever have 23, so I'm sorry if that is a bit of a letdown. Where are my number 3s? Oh yeah. 9 more minutes.